When the Harmattan Softened Heart, Episode 9. The future rarely arrives with drums. It comes quietly, like morning light slipping through a cracked window, revealing what has already changed while everyone slept. Baba Siddiq understood this now. He noticed it in the way people no longer paused when he and Mama Zainab stood together. The village had grown used to the sight. What was once a spark had become part of the air. Children ran past them without whispering. Traders greeted them both in the same breath. Life, having tested them, had finally decided to continue. But peace did not mean stillness. Something new was forming. Seeds in young soil. One afternoon, a small group of youths gathered outside Baba's compound. They did not come out of curiosity or gossip. They came because they had questions about their own lives. Marriage, responsibility, fear of choosing wrongly, fear of choosing at all. They had watched Baba stand firm when the village disapproved. They had watched him refuse bitterness. They had watched him love without announcement. Now they wanted to know how a person carried such steadiness. Baba listened to them, leaning on his walking stick, eyes thoughtful. I was not always brave, he told them. I was simply tired of being untrue. The words settled heavily. Some of the young men glanced at each other, as if they had just been given permission they did not know they needed. A different kind of gathering. At the well, Mama Zainab found herself becoming something she had never planned to be, a reference point. Widows came to her. Women who felt invisible came to her. Even wives who had not lost anything came afraid of the quiet loneliness that sometimes lived inside marriage. They did not ask her how to find love. They asked how to find dignity. Zainab never gave grand speeches. She spoke of patience, of survival, of refusing to disappear inside other people's expectations. And slowly, the women began to carry themselves differently. The village adjusts its eyes. Change in a community is not always loud. Sometimes it is simply a new habit of seeing. The elders who once questioned Baba now nodded at him with respect, not because they had surrendered tradition, but because they had witnessed character. Even Alhaji Karim, who had once been the loudest voice of caution, found himself defending Baba in conversations. The old man admitted one evening, he did not break the village. He reminded it that the heart also lives here. An evening without weight. One evening, Baba walked with Zainab toward the mango tree again. But something was different. They were not escaping judgment. They were not proving anything. They were simply living. Children played nearby. A boy climbed a low branch. Girls sang clapping songs. Nobody stared. Zainab laughed, a full, unguarded laugh Baba had not heard before. Do you see? She asked. Baba nodded. The future, he said. It was not perfect, it was not dramatic, but it had space for them. A quiet question. As sunset painted the sky, Baba felt a gentle uncertainty rise in him. Their bond had grown strong in resistance, but what would it become in comfort? Who were they now that survival was no longer the main task? He looked at Zainab, who sat peacefully watching the children. Perhaps love did not need struggle to remain alive. Perhaps it needed presence. He placed his walking stick down beside him and allowed the silence to be enough. Night carries possibility. Later, in their separate homes, both of them thought about tomorrow, not with fear, but with curiosity. The village would continue to change. Younger hearts would push against older rules, new dilemmas would rise, old arguments would return wearing new clothes. But now there was an example living among them, proof that dignity and tenderness could share the same space. And that example would travel farther than rumor ever had. The future, Baba realized as sleep approached, did not belong to the loudest voice. It belonged to those who remained. End of episode 9. Stay connected for the final episode.